Hello guys, I'm Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and welcome back to another episode of Who Is, the show where we delve into the lore and backstory of your favourite characters from films, video games and books. In this episode we'll be delving deeper into the story of Darth Plagueis, the Dark Lord of the Sith. Darth Plagueis was the reigning Dark Lord of the Sith during the height of the Republic's power before and during the Clone Wars, as well as the Master of Darth Sidious, aka Sheev Palpatine. Plagueis was a very knowledgeable and powerful Sith at the time before his demise. He gathered his immense knowledge through studying ancient Sith books and artifacts. He was so powerful that he allegedly learnt how to manipulate midichlorians. In the words of Palpatine himself, Plagueis taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then his apprentice killed him in his sleep. Ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself. It is believed that Plagueis taught Palpatine everything he knew, although later Palpatine shares that along with the help of Anakin, perhaps he could uncover the truth to manipulating life itself through the midichlorians. This could indicate that Palpatine used this as a luring tactic to pull Anakin to the dark side, and perhaps means this was a missing trait Plagueis did not pass down before his death, or perhaps even Plagueis didn't know how to manipulate midichlorians at all. Plagueis worked alongside his apprentice Palpatine in the years prior to the Clone Wars in order to try to unlock the secret to eternal life through immortality. They were the product of 1,000 years of planning and lurking in the backgrounds. They followed the Rule of Two, a Sith guideline set almost 1,000 years ago that meant there must only be two enacting Sith at one time, an apprentice and a master. The Sith's plot was to finally overthrow the Jedi once more, and to destroy the Republic. Plagueis and Palpatine wanted to bring down the Jedi and the galaxy, and form a new galactic empire to overrule them and take control of the galaxy. Plagueis' immense knowledge of the Sith and their ancient secrets was the main reason he was known as Plagueis the Wise. Although immensely powerful and knowledgeable, Plagueis believed that perhaps there could be a repercussion for his meddling with the Force and midichlorians. That perhaps all of the power and manipulation could strike back at him in some form. As also quoted by Palpatine, the only fear Plagueis had accrued during his years of development and research as a Sith was the loss of his power. This is perhaps why Plagueis feared death so much and tried to find a way to preserve his life force and body for an eternity, because perhaps all the years of learning would be a waste. Whether he had learnt everything or not, it was clear that at some point, Palpatine believed he had learnt enough from his master. Enough that he could believe that he could take over and become the enacting Dark Lord of the Sith. He had already assumed his own apprentice, or pupil of sorts, in the Night Brother Zabrak known as Darth Maul, in which he acquired from Mother Talzin, a Night Sister from the Dathomir. Although Maul went on missions and worked for Palpatine as an assassin of sorts, it was clear that he must adhere to the Rule of Two. Only two Sith were allowed to be active at one time, so because of this, one of them had to go. After learning enough and believing his master was of no use to him anymore, Plagueis had to go. Sidious would kill Plagueis during his sleep, at his point in weakness. It is not clear whether Palpatine would have been able to overpower Plagueis in a one-on-one duel. With an immense torrent of lightning, Plagueis was dead. So many years trying to preserve his life spent, and it was ended in moments during his time of weakness, a time in which he could not react to defend himself. Plagueis had always been working in the background to manipulate current events and to theorycraft. He was behind the strategic planning of infiltrating the Senate itself. However, with Palpatine as the new face of the Senate and as Chancellor, he was in a position of power and had no further use for Plagueis' help in rising in power. Palpatine would later take on multiple apprentices after killing Plagueis and become the Emperor of the Galactic Empire, a force that the two had planned so many years ago and brought the rise of the Sith once more. With his last apprentice Darth Vader under his wing, he would rule the galaxy for many years to come before his demise. At the end of his life, Palpatine would also think back to his earlier life and appreciate Plagueis for the wise planner and self-proclaimed prophet of sorts that he was. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you enjoyed this video, there are much more on this channel. If you want to see future videos like this, feel free to get the discussion started in the comments below by leaving your feedback and suggestions for future episodes. If you enjoyed the content, please help out the channel by subscribing for weekly Star Wars lore and news, and so you don't miss another episode of the show. Also be sure to click the bell next to the subscribe button to enable post notifications so you get notified when I upload. Thanks for watching.